Joining us now in studio, Ned Greene serves as a volunteer and board member of the Fatima Shrine right here in the Archdiocese of Boston, nearby Brighton. Thanks so much for being with us,
Well,
Ned.
thank you for having me.
Maybe if you could start by telling us a little bit about the Fatima Shrine.
Sure. Well, as you know, the shrine is situated over on the former Passionist Monastery grounds in St. Gabriel Parish. It's been there for a number of years. It really was the inspiration of a group of laymen who frequent retreats with the Passionists at the monastery. And about 60 years ago, they formed the First Saturday of Communion and Reparations group, called themselves the Crusaders of Fatima, and began holding First Saturday devotions there on the monastery grounds. And in about 1962, they started to expand their devotions and started holding an annual candlelight procession on the grounds of the monastery. The first candlelight procession they had was in October of 1962, and they attracted about 5,000 people. Wow. So that gave them the inspiration that perhaps they can support a shrine here. And they began to form, and in 1965 they incorporated as a 501(c) nonprofit under the Crusaders of Fatima, Inc., for the sole purpose of raising funds to erect and maintain a shrine in honor to Our Lady of Fatima. A number of fundraisers, and in 1968, August of 1968, they began construction on the shrine. And a year later, in 1969, the shrine officially opened.
69, you know, I was just, last night I was asking Kevin, when do you think the shrine was open? I said it must have been in the 60s sometime.
Yeah.
You're right on.
And right behind St. Elizabeth's Hospital, where I was born, by the way. So I have a special affection for that piece of property and the shrine itself. How did you become involved, Ned?
Good question. Shortly after I was married, my wife and I relocated to the Boston area, and we settled there in Brighton, and so we weren't far from the shrine in St. Gabriel's. And I just happened to be driving by one day, and I saw the sign, and I happened to go to the next First Saturday devotion. I met a few people, and they invited me back. And one of the events I attended was an all-night Eucharistic vigil, in which they were hosting the International Virgin Pilgrim statue of Our Lady of Fatima. And I got to know, some of the people there, very nice people, and been going ever since.
The rest is history, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Now, the shrine, as you said, it's been there for many years now to promote peace and prayer as well. But talk about the mission of the shrine and being there as a place for people to come to pray, as I said, for prayers and for peace.
Yeah, we still consider ourselves a First Saturday group. That's our main focus in devotions, and we hold on the first Saturday of every month, we have Mass, followed by a rosary procession. It's open to anyone who would like to join us. On the 13th of each month, from May through October, we have the candlelight vigils. Okay. We had one last night, the July vigil was last night. And on Sundays, we have the Rosary for Peace at the shrine at 3 o'clock every Sunday. And sometimes we have other special events as well. The shrine is open daily from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay. This Sunday, after our Rosary for Peace, we're going to be showing the film, The Miracle of Our Lady of Fatima, the 1952 Warner Brothers film. And we invite your TV audience. They have some young kids or families who would like to stop by. We'd love to have them.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
that was the first movie that I ever saw. My first contact with the apparitions and the story of Fatima. Of course, this is the 100th anniversary of the apparitions. And why, Ned, do you think that that Our Lady of Fatima, the apparitions, and the message of the Blessed Lady there still hold such great interest for people?
Well, there was a book recently written called The Last Secret of Fatima by Cardinal Bertoni, and he mentions really 4 reasons I think will answer that question. The first reason is that Our Lady provided a complete spirituality to the children, kind of centered around her Immaculate Heart. The second was there wasn't just a spiritual component, there was also a political and historical component. Our Lady kind of warned us of the dangers of communism and state-imposed atheism, about war in Russia, as well as the persecution of the Church and the Holy Father. The third was, I think Our Lady kept the dialogue up throughout the last 100 years, which is kind of unusual compared to other approved Marian apparitions. And so I think those are really the main reasons. The fourth was, I think, she not only influenced the piety of the faithful, but of bishops and every pope in the last 100 years. You know, so much so that Pope John Paul II had said that Fatima is as relevant today as it has ever been. So, and I know Pope Francis has consecrated his papacy to Our Lady of Fatima as well.
Could you talk about some of the people that come to the shrine, and they're not just in this area, they come from different places?
Yeah, from all over the Boston area, we attract people from as far away as, you know, Worcester, and some from out of state, and very diverse group of people. A lot from the Boston area, very ethnically mixed group.
Yeah.
You know, Filipino, Alsatians. So we got Chinese. I mean, it's a great group of people. Wonderful, wonderful, devoted to Our Lady of Fatima. Yeah.
And this is what you mean by that Our Lady has kind of kept up the conversation that makes these apparitions unique. Is that what you mean? That the devotion of people, the message perdures?
Yeah, you know, I don't think it's any coincidence that we're hearing a lot about Russia in the news today in the centennial year of Our Lady of Fatima. You know, when she appeared to the kids, she said, "God wished to establish in the world devotion to my Immaculate Heart. And if people heeded my request, we can mitigate some of the dangers, even war, that we were facing." So I think it's as relevant today. She asked the children to make sacrifices for sinners. In every apparition, she told the kids to pray the rosary every day. And usually it was for a different reason, either the end of war, for the conversion of sinners, or for poor sinners have no one to pray for them. So I think that message is as relevant today as it is at any time in history. So I think it resonated, you know, with people. It really connects with them.
Yeah, yeah. And it's connected with you.
It has.
Clearly.
It has.
Yeah. If people are watching this now, where can they find out more about the shrine?
Well, we have a website. We're in the middle of creating a new website that we hope to launch in a couple of months. But if they want to contact us, we have a website. It's Our Lady of Fatima Shrine.com.
It just popped up on the screen like magic. I can't believe it. Just as you spoke those words.
That's great, Ned. Well, thank you so much for being with us, for dropping by and sharing about Our Lady of Fatima right here in the Boston area.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thanks, Ned.
Thank you.
Yeah.